I am Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I'm going to tell you everything that's going on in and around St. Louis, basically keeping you in the mix. And you know, it's officially spring, and yesterday we got some great weather, which was perfect for our doubleheader of awesome sports here in St. Louis. The Blues took on the Nashville Predators, which was a game that a lot of people really thought we needed to win, and the Blues came through successful. And then a lot of people followed me down the street, and they went on down to Busch Stadium for the Cardinals home opener. You know, it's kind of like an unofficial holiday here in St. Louis, so it was a lot of fun to go down and be a part of that tailgate. We actually covered it for STL TV, so you'll be able to see that in just a little while. And speaking of the Blues, Swansea native Clayton Keller made his NHL debut at the Scottrade last Monday after signing a 3-year contract with the Arizona Coyotes. Keller made history in the 2016 NHL draft when he became the first Metro East player to ever be selected in the first round. He was the 7th overall pick in the draft, and the Blues did go on to win that game 4-1, but this is really cool. He was able to lead the Coyotes in warm-up. So as a kid playing locally in the area, I'm sure he wanted to play for a team. He probably wanted to play for the Blues, so being able to lead warm-ups on the Blue Note was really cool. Plus he had 50 of his friends and family there to watch him play. Awesome, you gotta love that. And if you're a Cardinals fan, I've got a cool tip for you. Are you ready for this? The Cardinals and ChickfilA, well, they've got great news. They have teamed up. They have partnered up. They're going to be offering free lunch to Cardinals fans every Thursday that the Cards play at home throughout the regular season. Now, all you need to do is you wear your Cards gear to any of the 13 local stores between 11 and 7, and you can receive a free original Chick-fil-A sandwich or an 8-piece chicken nugget. Now, to find a restaurant nearest you, visit chickfila.com. And in a little while on our show, we've got Dan Bupa. He's coming up. I keep calling him a jack of all trades. I don't know if he likes that or not, but he writes for KSTK. He writes for Game Time. He has got a radio stint. We have a lot to talk about sports, movies, and otherwise. You're going to definitely want to stay tuned for that. Let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Beyond Sweet Internet Cafe is now open and is a new location on Del Mar. Their Internet Cafe offers over-the-top shakes and ice cream, funnel cakes, fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, and more. Just look at some of their awesome creations. They're right there on your screen. I think I'm already getting fat watching them, but they look delicious. They just opened in January and already outgrew their space. You can now visit them at their new home, 5901 Del Mar Boulevard. To find out more, check them out on Facebook at Beyond Sweet TM or on Instagram, Beyond Sweet STL. The family of Chuck Berry has announced that his funeral will take place on Sunday, April 9th. The viewing will be held at the pageant from 8 until noon and is open to the public for those who would like to pay their respects. A funeral service will follow for his family, friends, and fellow musicians. The music legend, often referred to as the father of rock and roll, died in his home outside St. Louis on March 18th. He was 90 years old. And congratulations to St. Louis City Treasurer Jones. Her office, their College Kids Children's Savings Account Program, is a recent recipient of the 2017 What's Right with the Region Award. The program provides college savings accounts to all kindergarten students in St. Louis public schools. College kids will be honored with demonstrating Innovative Solutions Award for helping make St. Louis a better place to live at the 20th annual What's Right with the Region Award ceremony. The reception and celebration will take place on May 11th at the Sheldon Concert Hall. For more information, visit focus-stl.org/WRWR. Or you can find out more about college kids by visiting stlofe.org/collegekids. All right, here's a really cool story. Sergeant Mark Collier, of the St. Louis County Police Department just got back from a very cool trip where he was able to carry the flame of hope for the 2017 Special Olympics World Winter Games. He spent 2 weeks in Austria running a total of 70 miles with other law enforcement from all over the country. To kick off this year's games, Collier has been involved with the Special Olympics for 17 years now. You can learn more about his recent journey by visiting Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics Missouri on Facebook. You gotta love that story, it's super cute. And the St. Louis Symphony Volunteer Association is inviting merchandise and food vendors to participate in the 45th annual Gypsy Caravan this Memorial Day. This is one of the largest vintage, craft, antique market in the Midwest. It attracts more than 10,000 shoppers, and proceeds from the event go to St. Louis Symphony music education programs that reach tens of thousands of students each season. There are outdoor and indoor spaces available. To register or for more information, visit stlsymphony.org/Gypsy Caravan. All right, now we've all heard about clickbait, but have you ever heard about litbait? This is really awesome. It's a unique approach a Dallas bookstore, The Wild Detectives, used to try to get more people interested in reading fiction. They took literary classics and gave them kind of clickbait titles. For example, The Jungle Book became He Befriended a Bear When He Was a Kid, and Fate Reunites Them Years Later. You gotta love that. Dracula became Romanian Man Discovers Shocking Fact About Garlic That Will Give You Nightmares, and Frankenstein became German Doctor Performs First Full Body Transplant. I love it. They tested them on Facebook. Now, the people who clicked on the post were taken to the full text of the public domain stories, and it worked. The Wild Detective experienced a 150% increase in engagement with their Facebook posts and a 1,400% in traffic to their website. Super clever, don't you think? You love it. The 18th season of Downtown Walking Tours kicked off this weekend. There are 3 tours to choose from that highlight downtown's amazing architecture and history. You may even learn some surprising secrets about the people and places that helped shape the city along the way. The tours are held every Saturday from 10 to noon, rain or shine, throughout the last Saturday of October. For more information about the tours and other events offered by Landmarks Association of St. Louis, visit landmarks-stl.org. Now, another fun downtown attraction is now open for the 2017 season. It's the Gateway Arch Riverboats. The Becky Thatcher and the Tom Sawyer are back in action, offering dinner and brunch cruises and sightseeing cruises as well. They have a great variety of tours available, from live music and stunning views to history lessons and delicious food. You can find out more about all they have to offer by visiting gatewayarch.com. Lumiere Sculpture Park is celebrating its 40th year, and it's celebrating with a new exhibit drawing from a collection. 40 years at Lumiere is on display in the Whitaker Foundation Gallery at the Adam Orson Fine Arts Center. The multimedia exhibit features a selection of works including drawings, prints, photographs, and more. It focuses on unique ways artists approach their three-dimensional creations, from brainstorming to engineering and translating. The selected works will be on display now through July 16th. For hours and more, visit LumiereSculpturePark.org. And Purina Farms' annual Springtime Village is now open. From now through April 15th, you can visit the farm every Wednesday through Sunday. During this time, you can meet their piglets, chicks, rabbits. That's all in the petting area. You can even get your face painted. And get this, you can get your picture taken with Peter Cottontail. On Saturdays and Sundays, there'll be adoptable pets available, and kids 10 and under can pick a golden egg from the wagon and possibly win some prizes. Now, admission is free, but reservations are strongly encouraged. For more information, visit PurinaFarms.com. And I know all those Comic-Con people are interested. The Wizard World Comic-Con and Gaming returns to St. Louis this weekend. Wizard World brings movies, comics, toys, video games, collectibles, and so much more. They have an array of activities throughout the weekend, including non-stop live entertainment. There's going to be Q&A sessions with top celebrities, a screening of Rocky Horror Picture Show, several attractions for kids, and so much more. Comic-Con will take place at America Center this Friday, April 7th, to Sunday, April 9th. Now for a full list of events and the celebrities that are coming, go to wizardworld.com/Comic-Con/St. Louis. You got to check that out. We went one year with the Blues, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of people in costume. It's a good time. Now, last week we told you about this new Cardinals Nation food truck, but that's not all the Cardinals have in store for this season. They have several new additions, including the Proficient Red Jacket Club. It's a new all-inclusive area that will accommodate both individual and group purchases. That's located on the suite level down the right field line. They have also redesigned the Family Pavilion. That now includes 2 new play structures for children. An additional 150 speakers have been installed throughout the whole stadium. And of course, the new Cardinals gear is always being added. They have some themed shoes, and Wayno World t-shirts are available. Of course, you can keep up with the Cardinals by following them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or of course at cardinals.com. And that's always going to lead up into my guest, who is joining me right now here on the set. Dan Buffa is here. Now, I keep calling you a jack of all trades. I hope that you're okay with that.
Yes, I do a lot of different things. I pretty much work until people tell me to leave.
You're kind of like me. You're on that media wheel, just trying to stay afloat, right?
Yeah, I mean, radio show, write for a website, run around in the streets, whatever.
Run around on the streets. You're not just running around the streets. You actually you write for KSTK.
I do.
Focusing mostly on...
I mean, it's movies and it's sports writing. That's my therapeutic center for the Cardinals. And I write about TV shows. I tell you what to watch, what not to watch. And then I repeatedly tell you to watch this and this until you really just stop reading me. It's happened before. He goes, this guy keeps writing about this one movie over and over again.
Now I've got to watch it. Now, KSTK, you're writing in a very adult verbiage and keeping it all safe, but you also write for my friends at Game Time, which is sold outside the Blues game.
Thankfully.
Which is a little bit more direct and maybe curses a little bit more than you would at KSTK.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much talk like sports fans. Like, it's unfiltered. We kind of like to, say this and that. I mean, a lot of times you write about sports for KSTK, you have to be really, guarded, and you can't say this or that. I mean, if I sent one of my Game Time columns to KSTK, that'd be my last column for KSTK.
Ever. But they're okay with you doing both. And then you also, you're finishing the last week here on 590, and you're going to be a free agent, so who knows what the
Who knows? I could be anywhere. I could be outside your house podcasting next week.
Hey, you know what? I actually like this idea. Can we join that together? We could just go home to
anywhere.
home and podcast.
We just show up. We got a microphone. You can do whatever you want. It's basically old school.
I absolutely love it. Well, since you do write for Game Time, I've got to ask you, the Blues, we've got like 3 games left before we hit the playoffs. What do you think the Blues' chance are in this playoff?
I think if we get a chance to face the Blues can face the Wild, I like our chances. The Hawks are definitely, they're just that beast in the Western Conference. But the way this team's playing right now, you couldn't have guessed in January that Jake Allen would be playing this well, that Magnus Piarvi would have 7 goals. I mean, if you were in Vegas in October and you bet that Berglund would have 22 goals and Piarvi would have 7, you just need to bet on everything right now. It's crazy. Everything's coming together for this team. In January, I thought their chances to make the playoffs were just limited. And now we're going for the 3rd spot. I mean, they beat up the Predators yesterday. I don't even know how they did that, but they
I thought that game was going to be a lot tighter than it was, and it was tight through the first period, but then the Blues
even with the help of the referees, the Predators still couldn't win. That just tells you.
That tells you something
about
this team.
It's crazy. I mean, every time you want to write up a sports team, the Cardinals and the Blues, they both do that to you. They come right back.
They bring you back in, and I do know that you're a very passionate baseball fan.
Yes.
I saw you have a prediction for the Cardinals. You posted that on your I mean, he's so serious
about
prediction. This that you posted it on Facebook for all to see. Game 1, you've got a prediction. What is it?
It is 90-72, and I think the Cardinals make the wild card spot. I almost wanted to be the crazy person that said we're going to catch the Cubs. Now I think we're going to be hand in hand with the Cubs, but I do think that the wild card spot. I think this team, adding Dexter Fowler, Brett Cecil, and a little bit of defense, a little bit of health, and some pitching. I think we can definitely get that second wild card spot. I think the people that picked the Cardinals to win like 82 games, it's crazy. I have it 90-72.
Yeah, there was a lot. I saw that there are a lot of those professional places.
80. those people just need to drink better coffee. They're in bad moods.
They're in bad moods.
They're in bad moods.
Well, what do you think about the starting pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals?
I think if Carlos Martinez can pitch every day, that'd be fantastic. No, I think that last year, everything that could go wrong for the Cardinals went wrong. I think Adam Wainwright had a rough year, Mike Leake, but you get Lance Lynn back, who's going to pitch a bunch. You get a guy like Carlos Martinez to anchor it. And Michael Wacha, he's the biggest X factor. If he could be anything like he was 2 years ago, the Cardinals would be just fine, but it all comes down to defense. If you play better defense, your chances increase immensely.
I love it, and I know that you're a big movies buff.
My wife goes, when a movie comes on in my house, if it's a movie I've seen before like 1,800 times, she just goes, I'm gonna go watch, HGTV in the other room. Because I'm essentially going to watch it all. Like Rocky 2 came on the other night. What did I do? I watched an hour and a half of Rocky 2.
You watch? Well, are there any movies that are currently out that you would suggest our viewers go check out because they have to see this movie?
I would say that one you can really go check out, I think, is Logan. I think after about 6 tries, they finally got Wolverine right. And after eating all that chicken breast, Hugh Jackman finally got a good script that's worth it. But that's great. If you're an X-Men fan, you'll love it. If you're a Wolverine fan, you'll be addicted to it. I think John Wick 2 is fantastic. I'm an action junkie, if you haven't noticed. But for the more drama crowd, you can go watch Zookeeper's Wife, Jessica Chastain. There's so many stories about World War II that are being told on film today, and that's one of them. 1939, Poland, they were invaded by German forces, and these people, they kept people safe in their zoo. So that's one of those amazing stories.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So anything. Now, I would not go see Ghost in the Shell. Now, as much as you like Scarlett Johansson, do not go watch it. Even
though there's probably a lot of men out there who think she's
yes.
very attractive.
I mean, there's a lot of things. You'd be like, oh, Scarlett Johansson, watch an Avenger movie. Do not go watch Ghost in the Shell.
I have to ask, how did you get started in all of this? I mean, you are a jack of all trades, but they're all kind of in the same realm. So what got you started in writing for movies and Cardinals and Blues?
I've always loved to write, and I did it in high school, and then, I love writing about movies. I started watching with my dad when I was a kid. Anything that I could just watch and write about. And I think that's one of the best ways to express a thought is the written word, and it holds up over years. And so what I do is I'd start writing on paper, which nobody should read. It was like Sanskrit. But and then in 2011, I put up a blog called Dose of Buffa,
which we still have.
Still going. I put old movie reviews there because I still have my old readers that want to know what I'm doing. They can't go to ksdk.com. That's a whole internet development there. But I just love to write. I mean, Cardinals or Blues or anything. I mean, I write like when my son was born in 2011. I wrote about him being born and how I was never going to be able to go out again.
Did that become true? You were never able to go out again?
Well, no, I take him with me. I mean, we go down to Washington Avenue, we get a couple of drinks, he has milk, free phone books in the car, he drives me home.
He picks up some chicks, okay, good deal.
He gets all the girls. But no, I mean, I think that writing is just a great way to express yourself. I mean, and actually, it's therapeutic. I mean, instead of going on long walks and getting into fights after Cardinals games, I can just go home and write about it.
Is there something that you would tell somebody who is looking to maybe enter that same realm? The writing for KSDK is a huge deal. Like, how would one start if they're sitting at home, maybe a college kid or even younger? How would they start that?
There's so many ways. I mean, back in like 10 years ago, there wasn't a lot of ways, but right now you can start a blog on WordPress. And I would just say, get your voice out there. And I think part of the reason people don't like to write is because they don't like to say certain things, but there might be a reaction to it. I would just say no matter how many people you make mad, it's better to have their attention than to be liked. So I would think just, start a blog and write your thoughts. And don't worry about punctuation. People always go, they're afraid of keyboard gangsters. Going, you know what, you missed a colon, I'm not reading the rest of your article.
Right.
So I would just say worry about your thoughts, get them in order, and just do that first. But everybody's got a voice. I think they're just afraid to put it out there and stand behind it.
I like that you said don't worry about if somebody likes you or not. I like that a lot because...
You can.
I mean, I've read what you've written in Game Time, and you're not afraid to maybe ruffle some feathers here and there.
I'm not. And there's people that if you put your articles on like fan pages and you will be called an idiot, which is only half true. And you'll be called this and that. Because the thing about following a sports team is that you'll get the people that think you're being too harsh, and you get the people that think you're being too soft on them. And it's always that middle ground you got to work. So it's not easy, but I do it because I love it.
Because you absolutely love it.
That's right.
We're
running
to the end.
I would be outside your house talking about your team if I couldn't write about it.
You know what? I'm thinking. I know that you said that as a joke.
This is on the road.
But I'm actually thinking this might be a good plan. Somebody could pick this up. We're going to do this together. But how can somebody
watch
us? How can somebody follow you? They want to follow you. I know that you're on KSDK, but Dose of Buffa.
DoseOfBuffa.com. It's on there. I'm on @Buffy too on Twitter. I talk about everything from coffee to what my kid just did to slamming my head on a towel pole like I did this morning and cutting it open, which looks good in the movies but not in real life. But on Facebook, I'm on there. But the one thing I like to do, I like to put my name with my face and also the voice. People, they'll have like different names and voices on Twitter and Facebook, but I try to
You got to
match
keep it
the
the
face
same
with the
across the
name.
board.
Yeah,
So you can follow all his information is right there. And you're still for the rest of this week on the Heavy Hitters.
And Heavy Hitters, this is it. The swan
Monday through
song.
Thursday. So yeah, so make
Before
sure
I'm
you
outside
tune
your
in
house.
for this last week. He'll be outside your house and the website right up there and Facebook and Twitter. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Great.
I'm so glad you were here.
Fantastic.
And thank you guys for watching The Daily Mix. Of course, you can check out The Daily Mix on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can always drop us a line here at thedailymix@stltv.net. We want to hear from you. You have a story idea, you want to tell me something, send it this way. Who knows? We might put it on. And that is going to do it for The Daily Mix. But keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis.